Hi, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button, and if you have, thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here, and please also push the like button because it does help get the algorithms out there so all crocheters new and advanced anybody in between can find this channel. So today, block number 20. Love block number 20. Love this stitch. I hope you like it as much as I do. It's a really easy stitch. Looks very intricate, but it really isn't hard at all. I'm going to show you just how easy this is. And block number 20 is the block that's called the double crochet long stitch block. And when I say long stitch, I'm talking about this stitch right here. So I'm going to show you just how easy this is to make. Here is the long stitch. In fact, I made that stitch for a scarf that came out really beautiful. And there it is right there. It's got a little bit of texture, but there's that long stitch. And I'm going to show you how to make a double crochet long stitch. Really easy. I wanted to show it to you in different colors. This is again block number 20. This is an at your own pace afghan. But I will say that if you want to make this in a regular afghan and you just want to use this over and over again to make it whatever width you want, you can do that as well. But I'm going to show you how to do it in this block. So let's get started, why don't we? This is such a pretty block. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a slip knot. Once we do the slip knot, and with these blocks I am always using an eye hook, which is a 9 hook on size 9 I should say, hook 5.50 millimeter. Little tongue twister, sorry about that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 37. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then we're going to do 7 more. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. These are your chains. They look like these. That's your working chain. And at the very end is your slip knot, not considered a chain. I want to mention this is a Premier yarn, and these are both Lion Brand yarns. I do love Premier yarns. They are great as well. So now what we're going to do is, this is your working chain. We're going to go in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th chain from the hook, and we're going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. In that same chain. I want to mention that these chains are considered a double crochet. Once we do our 2 double crochets in that one chain, we're going to go to the next chain and we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Then after we do that, we're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and in this next chain we're going to do 2 double crochets. So skip 1, skip 2, and go in here and make 2 double crochets. And then in the next one, 2 double crochets. This is the foundation of this stitch or this pattern. So now we're going to do this right across. We're going to skip 1, 2, 2 double crochets, and then in the next chain, 2 double crochets. So what you're doing is you're skipping 2 chains, putting 2 double crochets in the next one, and then 2 double crochets in the next one. So skip, skip, and your double crochets, 2 in this, 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. I hope everyone's having a happy Thursday, almost the weekend. Hope everyone is well. Skip, skip, 2 double crochets, and like I said, we're going to do this right to the end. And when you see how easy this is to make, you're going to be really shocked. Next one, 2 double crochets. And I'm going to show you the double crochet long stitch. So what we're working on is we're working on this row. We did this, we're working on this row right here. We did our chains and then we're working on this row. So you did 4, 2, and 2, skip, skip in the next one. And you do want to make sure that you do remember to skip those 2 stitches. Next one, again, 2 double crochets. And we want to do this right across. I wanted to use, I'm going to just pull out 1 second because I want to just, I wanted to use some bright yarn so you could see this pattern easier for when I'm doing this. So that's why I chose this pink. Skip, skip, and then again 2 double crochets. Skip, skip, now 2 double crochets. So now in the next one, 2 double crochets. Now you're going to have 1, 2, 3 chains left. When you have your 3 chains left, you're going to skip, skip, and in that last chain, you're going to put just 1 double crochet, just 1. And this is what it looks like. right across. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And I'm going to show you on here. Maybe I'll get the one that's a little brighter. So we did this. So now we're going to do the next row. I'm not going to call this a repeat row because it's not. The next one will be your repeat row, one of your repeat rows. It's going to be a 2-row repeat, but it's a very easy one. So you're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. That's going to count as your double crochet. You're going to turn your work. Now I want you to see that there are spaces between these 4 double crochets, your 2 and your 2. There's spaces where you skipped and skipped. On this side, on this side you skipped. Those are the spaces we're going to be working in. But we're not going to start in this space. We're going to actually go into this space, and that's where we're going to make a double crochet long stitch. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into this just like doing your regular double crochet, only you're going to pull this up a little bit, just enough, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you're going to chain 1 and chain 2. Very important that you always chain 2 here, and I'll show you why when we get to the next row, which will be your second row repeat of your 2-row repeat. You're going to yarn over. Now you're going to cross over into this first stitch, and you're going to make your next long double crochet stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go in here, and you're going to pull up this loop, and you're going to make it nice and long enough so that it doesn't pull your pattern. Once you do that, you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And that's your first one. But you're not going to really get the beauty of this until you've done a few. But see how you can see this? So now what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go, these are your 4 double crochets side by side, 2 and 2. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into this space. You're going to pull up that loop and yarn over. You're going to make a long double crochet. So that's what you're doing. So you're doing a double crochet, but it's a long stitch. You're going to pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Sorry, I'm going to pull that away so you can see. After you make your long stitch, you're going to chain 1 and chain 2. Then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into this stitch. So you're going to go in, pull up that loop long enough so it doesn't pull your pattern, and you're going to pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And see how it's forming? Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. So now yarn over, go into this next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you want to chain 1 and you want to chain 2. Don't forget to do that. Now we're going to yarn over. We're going to go into this one. That's where you made one of your long double crochet stitches, but we're going to go into that, and we're going to pull up a loop long enough so that it doesn't pull. Go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Then we're going to go right along. There's your 2 together, 2 and 2, your 4, your set of 2 and 2. You're going to yarn over, go through this one, pull up that loop long enough, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, chain 2, very important. Now you're going to yarn over and you're going to go back in here, and now you want to make sure that you finish this stitch off. You're going to go in, pull up that loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to go and we're going to make the next one. We're going to yarn over. This is our long stitch double crochet that we're making. That's the row. We're going to go into this one. We're going to pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over. We're going to get that and pull through there. Pull through 2. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 1, chain 2. Now we're going to yarn over. We're going to go in here. Go in, pull up a loop long enough, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to go right across and continue this. And I am going to show you what happens if you don't chain 2. Chain 1, chain 2. It's very important for the next row. This is going to be the start of your 2-row repeat. This and the next row. So we're going to go right across and we're going to continue this pattern. This is so pretty. I think it's a beautiful stitch. I really do. Beautiful for a block, beautiful for an afghan. Now, we're at the end. You still want to go in here. So, we're going to yarn over. We're going to go in the very end one, absolutely, and make our double crochet long stitch. Chain 1, chain 2, and go in here and pull that up to finish that row with that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a double crochet in this chain 3. So we're going to do a double crochet right there. So we're going to find a little spot, and it's going to be hard in the beginning, but that's okay. And we're going to do a double crochet right there. And that's what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? I just think it's really, really pretty. And like I said, this is block number 20 of our At Your Own Pace Afghan. But if you want to make this for a full afghan with just this stitch, or if you want to make a full afghan and then put a border on it, if you want to make a shawl with this, if you want to make a baby blanket with this, if you want to make a scarf with this, absolutely. So now we're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. Now we're going to turn our work around. And here it is. So now we're going to go, and this is why your chain 2 is important. We're not working in here. We're going to work in your chain 2 all the way across in the chain 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in the chain 2, the first one right here, and make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to go into the other chain 2 in the next row. I should say the next space, not row, space, and make 4 double crochets in that chain 2 space, and they do all fit there. They do all fit there. So we're going to carry this over right across in every chain 2 space that you have. Now you can imagine if that chain 2 space is not there, there's not going to be a way for you to put these double crochets. You can try to stick them in there, but it's not going to work out. So you always want to make sure that you do your chain 2. And you're going to make 4 double crochets, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. And that's what it looks like when you do this. That's what it looks like. I want you to see. Isn't that pretty? It's really a really pretty stitch. So now into the next chain 2 space, and you can find it because you can see this is where this ends, the 4 together. This is your next one, and there's your chain 2. So it's not hard to find them. This is for beginner to advanced. I go slow so you can follow along with me. You can write it down. You can do it with me if you want. But I go slow so that everyone can learn these stitches, beginner to advanced. I want everyone to be able to learn these stitches. Visual, I like to do my tutorials so that they're very visual and easy to follow. So here we go again. We're making our 4 double crochets together. In that first foundation row that we made, we did 2 in one row, 2 in one chain and 2 in another. This we don't have to. This will continue on and on when we do our 2-row repeat. So it'll be this row and this row over and over again until you have 15 rows and you're done with your block. 15 rows. So now this is row 2 of your 2-row repeat. And right in here, one, 2, 3, your 4th double crochet, and your double crochet in that last stitch. 1 double crochet all by itself. And there it is. Isn't that pretty? It's just really pretty. Show it to you. This is the block that I made. Very pretty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, 2, and 3. We're going to turn our work. And we're going to do the long stitch again. So you're going to go in here. You're going to yarn over and go in here and pull up a loop. You're going to yarn over pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to chain 1 and chain 2. And now you're going to yarn over and you're going to go to this first opening. And you're going to do your double crochet cross stitch. Now we're going to go to the next one. If you don't pull that up enough, you're going to have bunching. So that's why you want to always make sure you pull this up enough so that you don't get that, because you want this to lay flat. So now we're going to move on to the next set of 4, and we're going to make our long stitch. And see what I'm saying? You want to pull it up. Watch what happens when you don't pull up enough. I want to show you what happens when you don't pull up enough, and you'll know that you haven't pulled up enough. Watch, I'm not going to pull up at all here. It's not enough. You can see it. It's not enough. So you want to make sure that you pull up enough, because if you don't, as you go this way, it will bunch. And the chain 2, and then go here and pull up that loop. So again, we're going to go in here, pull up a loop, and if you don't pull up enough, just pull it out and go back in. Not a problem. Again, we're going to go in here. Make sure you chain 2. And then we're going to go in here. We're going to go in here. And then we're going to go in here. So your 2-row repeat is going to be your double crochet long stitch and your 4 double crochets together. Those are going to be your repeat over and over again. So again, see here, you don't want to go here. You do have a spot here, here and here. Even though this is at the end and you have that chain 3, doesn't matter. You can go right in there, because you're going to work right in there and pull up that loop. You're going to chain 1, chain 2. Even though you're at the end, you still want to do that. You're going to yarn over and you're going to go right in this now. And they're going to pull up that loop. Now, yes, you did that at the end, but you want to go in here and you want to make your double crochet. You have to finish this row with a double crochet. Every row will be finished with a double crochet, and every row will begin with that chain 3 that you made, which is a double crochet. this is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful, easy stitch to learn. 1, 2, 3. You did your cross stitch. Now you're going to do your 4 double crochets together. Now I want to mention that this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and this is row 5. Because you can count your first row as making all your double crochets 2 and 2, and then you did your cross stitch, and then you did your double crochets again all together, and then you did your cross stitch. So you have row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. In case you're not sure where you are, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So in case you want to say, well, what row am I on? Am I too far ahead, or did I make too many? If you're going to make all the blocks the same for the same afghan, if you're going to do, if you're not, that's how you know. All you have to do is, count your long stitches and your double crochet stitch, and you'll know where you are. Now we're going to go right in here, and we're going to make our 4 double crochets. And let's get started on our 4 double crochets. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to do a total of 15 rows. 15 rows, and it will be your long double crochet stitch and your 4 double crochets. So 2 repeat rows over and over again. So let's do this one more time. And you're going to go right in where your chain 2s are to make your 4 double crochets. So you're going to go right in your chain 2 and make your 4 double crochets. And you're going to go right across in every one of those chain 2 spaces right here and make your 4 double crochets. And you will be able to tell where that space is. It won't be a mystery. It won't be like you're seeking it. And I'll show you. If you go like this, first of all, there's your cross stitch. There it is right there. So you can tell your long double crochet stitch that crossed. You're going to go right in there above it and make your 4 double crochets. That's why I say it's so important to make that chain 2. You're working these 4 in that chain 2 space. After, see, it's right there, and you can find it. And we're going to continue. That's why the chain 2 space is really important. But like I said, if you miss it, just pull it out and go make it again. Not a problem. And there's your 4 double crochets going in that chain 2 space. 2 row repeat, the 4 double crochets together, and your long double crochet stitches. Those are your 2 rows. And we're getting to the end. And we never want to forget when we get to the end and we make our 4 double crochets. that in this very last stitch right here, we're going to make a singular double crochet to end that row. And there they are across. Now you know you haven't finished this row yet, or should I say you know in the next row you're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. You have a 2-row repeat, the double crochet, turn your work around, now your long double crochet stitch is your next chain 1, chain 2 is your next row. And that's what you're going to do over and over again until you finish this block, until you finish your project. And the reason why I'm saying that is because some of you may want to use this stitch for something other than this block. But this is it. And you would do this right across until you are finished with this. And it's a 2-row repeat. This will be the right here. You always want to make sure that you make that long stitch long enough. And since I'm here, I might as well finish this row. Again, you're going to do 15 rows of this. 15. 1, 2, and another long stitch. Again, not here. I know we're at the end and it looks like you've got nowhere to go, but you do. Between the chain 3 and your 4 double crochets, you're going to go right in there and make your long stitch. I know it looks like you've reached the end and you don't have anywhere to go, but you do. I wanted to pull that out so I could just pull it up a little closer. You do have another spot. Chain 1, chain 2, you still got to do it even though it's the last one. Now you're going to go in here, pull up that loop, finish that row for that stitch, and then right here you're going to still make a double crochet. And again, it's a 2-row repeat, so now you will do the next row of your 4 double crochets together in that chain 2 space. And this is it right here, block number 20. And once you're done with that, the block, this is the block and this is how it looks. What you're going to do is in block number 1, I did part 1 and 2. In case you're new to this and you're new to this block series, if you want to join us, it's not too late because these blocks go very quickly. So you could make all of the blocks that you want. You could make some of the blocks. You don't have to make them all. And make your own creation of your Afghan, or you can go through all the blocks, but it's not too late because you can do 2 or 3 of these blocks a week. You can make a few a day, and you could get to this and get to this 20th block. As with all the blocks, and in block number 1, part 2, it shows you how to finish off every one of these blocks. And it's the same for all of them. So what you do is in every corner you do 3 single crochets, and across you do 25. You do 25 down the sides, each side, and 25 on the bottom and the top. And in the corners, you just do 3 single crochets together. And that will finish this block off. And you will finish the block the same for every block that I've done. Every block from 1 to 20, they all finish the same. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of block number 20 at your own pace Afghan. This is Maria from Crochet A to Z. Again, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy Thursday. Have a great night, and love you all.